Greetings to you all. Welcome to Creative Writers. Pen Crowns Vision. Today's topic is Forgotten Heroes. Now let's see the poets of creative writers. Our first poet is Mrs. P. Alice. Forgotten Heroes. Nowadays, truth disappears. As our earth forgotten Gandhiji, his ahimsa, patriotism evaporates. Sacrifice, simplicity, missing Ji, dreaming to achieve, has honest, genius, brain frozen, as the forgotten hero Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. 2020 Prosperous India Heroes. Humble Kingmaker Kamaraj Ji. Young Achiever Vivekananda, Nehru Ji, Netaji, all noble Jis, everlasting forgotten heroes. Our next poet is Mrs. Anuradha. Forgotten Heroes. Garbages and medical waste cleared with all efforts and supports. A smiling face with no emotional murmurs cleared the place with duty and beauty. Our conservancy staff, with no precautions and motivations, drive the vehicle with a goal to reach the place with a safe soul. Nothing more pleasurable for him. Our ambulance drivers, kith and kin is more, but I have some duty more, and no sleep to keep me fresh, only duty to meditate the need and save them their life. Our doctors, these heroes are really forgotten heroes. When our situations madden, with no appreciation latent to crown them. Our next poet is Mrs. G. Sarala. Forgotten Heroes. I solely pray on the national holidays for the peace of the unnamed freedom fighters as the real heroes for sweating their blood that has been spread as Holy Spirit to reach and every nook of the country. But I merely pity their family for their life and those heroes, but tend to concentrate for country. They walked on the thorny path and led us the floral path. As a token of gratitude to them, let us save our country from man-made disaster, pollution, social and hereditary clash, placing a full stop to it. Let us focus on unity in diversity. Jai Hind. Our next poet is Miss Tanya Gopinath. Forgotten Heroes. There are many heroes who fought for our country, but we remember only a few of them. Well, most of the heroes are forgotten. They marched with our leaders. They got imprisoned for their actions and punished till death. Those unsung heroes plays very important role in our independence, but we have forgotten them. There is not only one for our country, there are so many of them. Our next poet is Mrs. K. Gomti. Forgotten Heroes. The real heroes are they who work tirelessly day and night, regardless the sun and rain, tolerate each and every pain, being the breadwinners of the family. They also provide food globally, irrigate the land with their sweat, encountering nature's threat, tirelessly work to yield the most, to assuage others' hunger first, selflessly innocent souls they are, without whom we will starve. They work for others' welfare, Forgetting them, we are so unfair. Let's honor all our farmers and remember these real heroes. Our next poet is Mrs. P. R. Kalyani, Forgotten Heroes. Heroes are usually mentioned in history. We enjoy reading how they have succeeded. It's always a mystery. Great heroes are remembered often. Silent heroes are usually forgotten. At the time of Second World War, every Indian soldier in the army went so far, their families were abandoned. They were all prisoned. After a few more years, they returned to their native. Some died and buried without any supporter. A great war faced by those forgotten heroes. Their generations still live, keeping their memories in bureau. Let us salute them through this poem. They were the reason behind our freedom. Our next poet is Mrs. S. Suganya, Forgotten Heroes. The world battles against coronavirus. As the pandemic is mysterious, we stay safely at home, yet the real heroes risk their lives. Let's salute the selfless sanitary workers for their risk in hazardous working places. Let's be grateful to the noble nurses for their dedication in the infectious environment. We'll thank the altruistic ambulance drivers for saving innumerable lives in good time. Let's not forget those frontline warriors who work ceaselessly to save our lives. Our next participant and poet is Mrs. Sumati, Forgotten Heroes. A hero is someone who is selfless, who is generous, the one who deeply cares. No one remembers this. Real heroes, the fathers, the person who has empathy and compassion for others, the one who rushes to help others who are in danger, makes him a heroic hero. But the thing to regret in this, everyone will forget them when everything is completed. The man of principles, the one who insisted ahimsa, the one believed that untouchability is inhuman, forgetting his principles. People forget the great leaders of our countries. Our next poet is Mrs. Lakshmi, Forgotten Heroes. The whole world is facing the deadly coronavirus, but people who served selflessly are the real heroes. Despite the risk, they protect their lives. The battle couldn't be possible without these warriors, dedicated doctors who saved our lives and helped to lift many suffering spirits. They also risked the lives of their family members. People should remember the hardships of their front-line workers, the khaki warriors always out on the streets, the social workers who created awareness on the roads, and the traffic police who controlled the violent brutes and ensure the people to follow the COVID rules, people who distributed food to the needy. The healthcare workers' lives are too risky, but they never feel scary. They give the dedicated service because of humanity. Lakhs of people still working hard to make the world to run smoothly. The efforts given by these warriors are really extraordinary. Unfortunately, many bid goodbye to their family. Hard situation reminded us who are the real heroes. Thus, we must give our royal salutes to all the warriors. We must salute the courage and energy of the corona warriors. Feels like God has taken avatar in the form of these warriors. We are staying safe in family room. Bravo. They are working tirelessly in the war room. Let us never forget the pandemic heroes' cause. They are saving humans from being zeros. Our next poetess, Mrs. R. Gayatri. Everyone's journey is different. Kindness costs nothing, but means everything. In the hard times of pandemic disease, many people are doing great deeds, clearing staff, worked restlessly to make the environment tidy, though we are in the harness. Though we are in the homes, they clear poisonous sewages. Ambulance drivers drive continuously, admit patients in the hospitals. In the meantime, provide oxygen cylinders, always help the needy people. Doctors and nurses sacrifice all the time to save life of patients by taking remedial measures free of sickness from pain of pressures. Many NGOs and other people support for the needful society. Food and essential things are provided to the community. This clearly tells still lives the humanity. Policemen are protecting us day and night to avoid mass gathering, to save human life, sacrificing their life. Though unsung heroes have a life, they leave home without any hope of returning. They do immediate help with exemplary dedication. A salute to all the unforgotten heroes surviving in the society by showing gratitude for our saviors. Our next poetess, Mr. Arun Prasad, Forgotten Heroes. My conscience, a scientist and a psychiatrist, a doctor and a healer, a guide and a mentor, a philosopher and a theologian who directs me, designs me, pushing me when needed hope, pulling me when something not desired to happen, always leading me from behind the screen, ensuring from best on the stage of world, is my forgotten hero. Though he leads me every second, I never remember him, even for a second. So only he is my forgotten hero, and forgotten hero for me from God. Our next poetess, Sister Amalorpava Mary, Forgotten Heroes. Born into simplicity, being in the poverty, the hero of labor, true friend of human. Home is the country, nation is the family. Eradicate Britishers, eliminate untouchability, poor partner for cowardly students. Educational eye of the dawn, participated in the battle like a lion, our Karmavir Kamarajar, our forgotten hero. Our next poetess, Miss is Sahaya Samita, Forgotten Heroes. A hero do all the sacrifice for their families. Their works cannot be expressed in words. They work for the nation without tired in the dark forest. They think us for a whole day in the border of the nation without sleeping. They full-heartedly saving our nation. Some days they spend time with a small album seeing their family photos in full of tears. Real heroes will be forever in the nation to serve till their energy gets off. Our next poet is Mrs. V.T. Kavita. The man who cares our lives' needs, who sacrificed himself for our deeds, never thought his likes and dislikes. A selfless soul who fought, taught us to walk, but we forgot him. After knowing to stand, our selfishness leaves him alone. Forgotten hero is our father. They who sacrificed their yesterday for our today. The soil is red of their shed blood. We remember them on August 15 for namesake. Never forsake to follow them in guarding our country. Forgotten heroes, freedom fighters. Our next poet is Mrs. Princeland John. Forgotten heroes. Bloodshed battles were loaded with mournful voices and coffins, adorned by wreaths and garlands, scatter unheard melodies of warriors, became ashes and dust in the four walls. Untold torture chills down the spines, sleepless nights for freedom, struggles, patriots. You are forgotten heroes. Struggled to save the mankind. Lives were turned as a wasteland. Years together they toiled. Forsaken scientists, posthumously awarded, lived in oblivion and tranquil state. Imagination is their voice of thought. Poverty covered them with cruel scarf. Poets are the unknown heroes of our past. Behind each and every successful person, a man or woman is usually forgotten. Our next poet is Mr. Apurv Devgan. Forgotten heroes. Heroes can never be forgotten because of their heroic deeds. They become heroes because they only believe in giving. They never share their need. They always think of society's welfare. About themselves, they don't care. Sooner or later, their work is recognized and they get their dues because in others' life they add hues. Our next poet is Mrs. Nirmala Nagarajan. Forgotten heroes. In all my endeavors, he stands behind me, but never have I ever thanked his hand. Hard-won task. From dawn to dusk, his thoughts swirl around me. Often did I fail to realize his value of work. Blindly, I did believe it's just his duty. Not a tinge of thought stuck deep within me. It took a long time to feel his responsibility. Shouldering all his duties keeps me ever free. Sometimes I have grieved. I have lost a bit of freedom. But I did understand. It's a result of his true affection. Of late, of course, the midst moved away in random. He is my forgotten hero who deserves all appreciation. Our next poet is Mrs. R. Vijayashanti. Forgotten heroes. Name stick brush, which makes our tooth strong. River bath, which makes our body cool from toe to head. Biryani, ice biryani, which gives a stamina to the whole body. Cereals and pewds, which makes our body fit in for years. Grinding stone, which makes women bulrush mat, which gives sound sleep at night. Oil bath, which makes our whole body cool. Cycling, which gives us cardiac exercise. Books which smells good are siding your thoughts. Instead of e-books, life lessons in paper pharma. like Tirukkural and Atichudi and so on. Still, there are so forgotten heroes which made our ancestors' life bright. Remember, this in mind we should follow from now, or else it will make our life tight. Our next poet is Mrs. S. Deepa. Forgotten heroes. Forgotten heroes are our ancestors. No one remembers their great great grandparents. They are forgotten by their generation. They lived for us without any recreation. Our forefathers in the battlefield or in an agricultural field should be remembered and recognized for their brave act. If their medicine is acknowledged, and all will be intact. Our next poet is Mrs. R. Elilarasi. Forgotten heroes. Thandai Periyar was an Indian social activist, a politician who started a movement called self-respect, also known as father of Dravidian movement, rebelled against gender and inequality with great effort. Raja Ram Mohan Roy was a great social reformer. He was given a title Raja by Mughal emperor. He believed education to be an important for social reform. Took immense effort to abolish the evil practice sati. Many freedom fighters sacrificed their life to free India. But social reformers held the key to fight against evils. They are the honorable forgotten heroes. I salute their hard work as they wiped people's sorrows. Our next poet is Miss R. Bhavya Sri Krishna. Forgotten heroes. The true hero is a man who forgets his self and works unselfishly for the welfare of others. National leaders fought for our freedom and rights. In that way, during the pandemic period, the police are working for our pleasure without knowing that it is raining and sunny. The guards are standing on the roads and working for us. Doctors and nurses are working tirelessly for our life, irrespective of their life. Cleanliness workers are running for our welfare. Volunteers are humanely feeding the poor people who are starving during this great pandemic and solving their hunger. Forgetting laughter, forgetting physical pain, and forgetting hunger and sleep. We are protected from this corona infection by guards, doctors, nursing mothers, field workers, police, burial workers, cleanliness workers, etc. These are the real heroes who work tirelessly in this infectious period, and I bow down proudly to them. Thank you, dear creative writers, for exhibiting your talents and telling a lot of things about forgotten heroes. Each and everybody's point of view is different, and in every angle you have focused. Great work. Keep doing. Thank you all.